All right. Here we are with more best of one historic, and I'm still really on assemble the team, so I'm just kind of messing around with a ton of different ways to try to get this card to be in its, best form, which might just be some kind of weird combo deck that like might splash one of these two colors. But if we're just considering like value centric decks that really just want to have a 2 mana tutor, I think maybe something like this could do it, like a mid-rangey, almost toolbox style deck, right? Where Assemble a Team can get all sorts of different stuff. Might want to go up more Karns, but we'll see. The Karn board is, it's kind of the same thing. Pithing Needle instead of the thing I usually run, the 2 mana Pithing Needle that lets you see their hand. Sorcerer's Spyglass, just doing Needle. Liquid Metal Coating, because you can blow up people's lands over and over with Karn. I don't expect that to happen too often, but you never know. If I into the north and get a quick Karn, maybe I can just lock them out of playing the game. Uh, Tormod's Crypt. Fountain of Renewal's not supposed to be in here. I don't know why it is. Whoops. 6 discard effects. I really like Sign in Blood. I really like this card. Unfortunately, it's a rare, so I don't know if it's worth crafting. It's funny how this isn't a rare and this is a rare. But all right, so be it. Blood Chief's Thirst for the early removal, and late removal as well. It can blow up planeswalkers and stuff. Ritual of Soot for the sweeper over Languish. I think Ritual is just a bit better. I have a one of layer of the Hydra, one Snowland. This used to be a Temple of Malady, but not right now. What up? So I'm just doing this. The tool kit cards could be even more expensive. I was thinking of an Ujin, but for now, I'll just leave it at this. I also really like this card, so I'm just I'm gonna keep trying to justify its existence. I've never actually played Shieldred before. I have 4 of them, and I don't remember. I think I crafted them for like a weekly event thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, just play standard. I'm like, okay, I'll just make 4 of these because I was drowning in mythics. I mean, maybe I still am to some people, but so I have 4, but only running 2. I also like Phyrexian Obliterator a lot, but we already got a triple green card in here. All right, let's add another card for the Karn board before I forget. We could do another Cityscape Leveler. I don't actually know. I don't even know how Fountain got in there. Maybe it was a Maze Mind's home, and I thought it was a second Pithing Needle. Maybe. Actually, I have no idea. Good thing I noticed. Maybe a Stone Brain. We have a Necromentia, but I guess a Stone Brain is can't really go wrong with one, right? I know it's a popular card, and it's spammable, which is always nice. So, all right, we'll do a Stone Brain. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've already done that, make more accounts and do it again. And let's see how we do. As per usual, I don't test the deck before I make it. Ever. I never do that. Never do that. Alright, after the first game, I'll change my avatar to something more Golgari-centric. Elish Norton isn't exactly black or green, so... Tor... I don't know how to pronounce that. Alright. A Luris deck. So we like Ritual of Soot. Probably nothing else, really. We have an Into the North, which is nice. There's a few Luris decks now. Right on time, and you're not working. Oh, you're working now. You're working now. You're going to watch me work. You're going to watch me sweat. While I get pummeled by like tier 1 decks. Okay, it's not. Oh, wait. Alright, it's not the one I was thinking of. The core Spirit Dancer variant seems to have all but vanished in historic best of one. Maybe it's just non-ranked. It's all just the artifact stuff now. Metallic Rebuke is a card they play. Alright, they found a 0 mana 4/4 with the Foundry. But we have an answer, eventually. I think I'm gonna sign a blood over necromentioning something random. Just gonna sign a blood. I really want to hit land drops, obviously. Casualties of War hitting. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. No. Ugh. There's 25 lands in this deck, which is way more than what I usually run. Guess we're taking 7, or actually 8. I'll assume it's like 8. You know you're the best at this game? I'll duel me on my stream then. We're friends. You're on my friends list. You know how to find me. You can't snipe though. You'll know my hand. That probably wouldn't help you though. that probably wouldn't help you that much, to be honest. It's hard to play around things, and this isn't modern. This isn't modern. Well, that's unbelievable. We did not hit a land, but we can find one off of this, almost guaranteed. I guess it can be any land, a tap land. Am I gonna Thoughtseize, or am I dead if I Thoughtseize? I take 3 if I Thoughtseize, right? Because it's a pain land. But I'd assume I'd be dead anyways because of the them playing an artifact and putting this up to 8. So that probably wouldn't change anything. Oh no, I changed the chat. Oh no, hold on. I changed settings in chat on accident. There it is. Okay. I had mod icons on. I was like, do you want to ban this person for having opinions? Alright, we're dead. If we didn't miss a land drop, we would not be dead there. We would have rituals. So that's actually really unbelievable. We really didn't draw land, even with a sign of blood. I'm pretty sure there's 25 lands in here. Which is, I mean, almost every other card. Is there 25? Let's look. Yeah, there's 25. I, like, never run 25 either. Alright, what's a black-green? I don't know, her eyes scare me. I don't want to pick this one. Oh, I guess we gotta go with the frog. I mean, obviously. I like the sleeve. I like the sleeve. Forever Platinum. Which is probably for the best, because the higher I go, the less deck diversity there is. As much as I love playing against Blue-Red Prowess for, like, 6 games in a row. Okay, we got ourselves the old 2 into 4. My favorite thing to do in Magic. Mana dorks don't work well with sweepers. I also don't really consider them, that too mid-rangey centric style, but Jund likes them, right? Jund likes its Jund hierarch. Hopefully we get a good Thoughtseize here. Well, that's unfortunate. This hand is also unfortunate. I could take Karn and then assume I can beat the board with the sweeper at some point. I also can't take both of these Archdruids anyways, so I guess I'm doing that. This could be Mono Green Devotion. Well, no. War Master and, yeah, it's not Devotion. They just have Karn in their deck. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I do think I might want more spot removal and not just... So we have 8 removal spells and then... No, we have 4 removal spells and 4 sweepers. Could do 4 for maybe like something else. I don't know. Do better with something else. I mean, I have to top deck a language at this point anyways. Does that save me? No, because they can activate War Master. Alright, another game, we're immediately dead. Fun. Yeah, I think I want more removal. Letting your opponent just have an Elvish Mystic is not really how you win games. Because they always... Like, elves will just mulligan into Oblivion for a 1-mana elf and then win with it by cheating out 3-drops. That does mean... I mean, if I was on the play, I did have a Thoughtseize, right? So there was something... I could completely cripple my opponent's pace if I was on the play, because I did have a discard spell. So there was an answer there. I could shave one of these big things and add, like, a Languish. I'm not opposed to that. There's a lot of games where Titan might not be any... Good. Casualties of War is arguably situational, but I like a universal answer. But, I mean, there's also Maelstrom Pulse. Maybe we can drop the Casualties of War, add either Pulse or another spot removal spell. Um, we try Pulse for now. My one of Maelstrom Pulse that I've had for 20 years and I've never used. I've never played against a Wizards employee. Someone with an orange name. The problem is best of one? Oh, maybe. Best of one does lead to no sideboard. So you have to have a lot of... But, I mean, that's the point, right? Like, I like toolbox cards like this. So in best of one, I can consistently get my one-offs to deal with what would essentially be in your sideboard, right? It's been a while since I've played best of three, actually. It's been a long while. I think I played standard. I think it's the last time I really played best of three was in standard. I think. I'm not opposed to trying it again though. It is on my list of ideas. I don't know. I would argue maybe they're both kind of equal in popularity. Like they both have. You always find someone to play against. All right, maybe it's a minion deck, but they had a tap land, so I kind of doubt it. All right, so some kind of Emergent Ultimatum combo with Mizzix's Mastery. Also a Reanimator deck for, I think, the Sphinx that gets this back, and then they can do like Liliana, what's it called? The Green Praetor Vorniclix nonsense. All right, let's look for, well, let's look for whatever we find. I guess we take another Thoughtseize, right? Yeah. They've only put red into play. Alright, so next turn they can Unburial Rites something. Yeah, it's that weird dragon combo with the stupid Sphinx. I don't have an answer to anything because the Unburial Rites isn't in their hand. They can flash it back. Alright, let's see if this wins. Actually, let's just do this. Name Bladewing the Risen. Take that Dragonstorm combo out. How do they win now? They have a Professor Onyx and a Chandra. So they have ways to win still. Yeah, it was an alright play. You want me to make content? Well, I'll do my best. So we have this nonsense to contend with. Hopefully it doesn't just win the game outright. I don't think it can, right? We took out the Dragonstorm combo. But this does get a Planeswalker. I can kill the Planeswalker. What is Omniscience doing? Not really anything? And of these, I think I'd rather deal with Chandra. So I'll just get rid of this. Yeah, Omniscience isn't doing anything with their current hand. But this still is obviously really bad. I can kill the Chandra and then I'm down to trying to deal with this Scholar. I really, really want to Thoughtseize them, but I can't, so this has to happen. I can block with some 2/3s from our boy. Dragonstorm sideboards? Does Dragonstorm take from outside the game? I don't think it does. I also highly doubt they have anything in their sideboard anyways. That would be kind of... There's a lot of decks that people could potentially put cards, like 7 cards in their wish list, but they just don't. Yeah, no, this doesn't work like that. Oh, they top decked an ultimatum. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, well, I guess we're just dead. Yep, I mean, that was the best draw of all time. Just top decked it. They could have seen more cards too with the Faithless looting, anyways, but yeah, that was, yep. Guess we needed a second Necromentia, or just more efficient spot removal for large creatures. Um, Count Dracula. I'm not kidding. I mean, I have the art for it, but I don't. I don't think I'm on Sorin here. There might be too much on turn 4 going on in this deck, and more early interaction might be better. So I'm gonna drop that. I'm not on main deck Graveyard Hate. Not really. Could do some 2 mana removal spells. There's a lot of really good ones. Hmm. All right. It is called Heartless Act. I like Heartless Act. I think that might be my favorite one. It usually has the most targets. There's not many cards that get counters. Not too many, but you know, a fair amount. A fair amount. Just play blue cards. Oh, Archmage's Charm. Yeah, that would be a vastly different deck, though. I don't think I've ever played an Archmage Charm in Historic. Not sure. This hand is weird. We're on the play, though. On the play with the Thoughtseize. Ooh, mulligan to 5. And then they gave up. Cool. They didn't want to play from 5, I guess. Or maybe their 5 was bad and they didn't want to play to 4. Okay. Kind of surprising. Usually that deck doesn't, the blue-red Prowse deck doesn't really have bad hands because it's a lot of 1 minute cards, right? It's very easy to just cast kind of any hand from any random 7. It really only needs like 1 or 2 lands. Hmm. Maybe it wasn't that deck. Maybe it was some weird nonsense. I don't know. Alright, back to Luris. Well, it's hard to mulligan this. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to take the Insole because Darksteel Citadel being indestructible is a problem. Probably going to assemble the team for a Ritual of Soot, assuming I find one. Yep, let's do that. Let's do this. Skrelv just gives hexproof, not protection. Oh, it doesn't give anything and they swing with it. I kind of doubt I'm going to be able to hit that Luris with the Ritual, but you never know. Maybe they'll just run it out. Let's do this, and then look for a Ritual of Soot. They might hold the Luris until they get the Insole artifact, which means I could take some time off to find a discard spell, Well, that immediately kills it. It does get value when it comes back, though. I mean, when it enters play. But I guess that's fine, right? And then I just Heartless Act it. Untap source means they can insole a land. We do have answers to it, though. It's not the end of the world. It's close to the end of the world, though. But it's not the end of the world. This is another game where I wish I had main deck Graveyard Hate, though. Karn. That doesn't necessarily shut off Darksteel Citadel, does it? Guess I'm just looking for something else. That doesn't do it either. Maybe they'll kill Karn with the Darksteel Citadel? I'm trying to think. Does liquid metal coating kill this? No, it doesn't. Do we think they have an answer to Platinum Angel? Maybe that's a good thing to do here. We're dead to another Insole, I guess. They don't have it. This is an indestructible artifacts. All right. Easy. Look at that. They couldn't answer Platinum Angel. All right, cool. I'd be kind of surprised if they could. It's a deck that stops at 2 mana because of Lurrus, and then they just can't do anything. All right. Huh. We'll take it. Funny enough, Lurrus was the only thing that was kind of keeping him in the game. That extra free card. Lurrus is very, very, very good. Very good when it works. Another Lurrus deck. Oh boy. Well, that was a really good top deck. Fighter class. Let's take that. So this is the Kemba make a Colossus Hammer cost 0 mana or whatever. Well, I guess that too. All right. Definitely just gonna into the north. I don't die to a hammer instantly, and until I do, I'm not really freaking out about it, right? Nissa Cleansing Wildfire Karn. That's cool. That sounds spicy. Alright, let's get another land. Does it need to be green? No, not really. No. I can leave up Beseiju. Actually, no. I'm just gonna assemble a team for a Ritual of Soot, probably. Yeah. Karn does not shut off equipment when Sigarda's Age just equips it for free. Alright, that's a really good sign. So let's lead with this. Maybe I find something more enticing than a Ritual of Soot, which I'm not going to. Yep, didn't think so. Alright. They still have a Blink Moth Nexus, which can just equip something out of nowhere. Okay. Um, This also seems like a deck that might not have any answer to a Platinum Angel. So let's get Platinum Angel. Yeah, it's not looking like a deck that can answer it, so let's do that. I'm not going to shock myself, because... I mean, I guess I am always dead if they have a hammer. So it doesn't matter if I'm at 11 or 10. Nope, they didn't find it. Still going face. No one has an answer to Platinum Angel, dude. That's hilarious. I almost want one in the main deck. That is so funny. I've never thought of Platinum Angel as like an answer to like creature decks, because I always assume you need to like have 9 Lives Solemnity in play. But Platinum Angel is just beating people up. The decks that are, all gas, no breaks, don't really have an answer. Blue-red Prowess can have an answer. It does usually require 2 spells to kill it, though. Um, Titan would have been good that game. I kind of want main deck Graveyard Hate, but maybe we can just... I mean, we did beat Luris twice, so maybe, it's not like it's completely annihilating my chances of victory, but... I also kind of want to go down a land. Maybe up another Heartless Act. I don't really need that many forests. I highly doubt Lair will ever do anything, but I can keep it in there still. Shieldred. Well, I haven't really had a chance to test it yet. Still haven't actually cast a Shieldred in Historic, ever. Maybe we don't have to change anything. Maybe it's fine as is. Alright. I haven't been convinced of changing anything yet. Not yet. Also, I guess I gotta use that website where you link your deck list, because I guess people just need to have the deck list code. Looking at the first 3 seconds of the video makes it impossible to copy, I guess. So, I can't remember the name of the website, but I'll have to find it. It's where all my historic brawl lists are. Another Luris deck. Okay. Oh boy. I think my opponent is deciding if they want to be on the play or not. Usually what this means. Which mainly just means they're not here. Okay, they're back. Another Into the North hand. Oh, alright. I think the highest I've ever hit was 32. Yeah, I think that's the highest in Mythic. Oh, opponent has a turn 1 4/4 on the play. Of course. Let's do this. Hopefully there's no crazy follow-up. Alright, moving on. I'm literally dead before I get to do anything, so moving on. That's 4, and then it's 8, and then it's 9. I'm dead. I can kill one of them, but I'm not winning that. Nope. If I was on the play, maybe, but nah. No. Yeah, I don't think I'd be running Karn or anything in a Karn. Like, the sideboard would just look wildly different if this is best of 3. Maybe I'll do a best of 3 version for my next video, though. Maybe. It definitely would be very different. I also would expect to play against very different decks. I'm not super familiar with the best of three meta. Blue-red prowess is probably in there still, with like an actual sideboard, so they have like spell pierces to worry about, stuff like that. Opponent's not here. No Into the North this time. Alright, maybe they were taking forever to keep, and this Thoughtseize ruins their keep. It's just goblins. This enchantment is really depressing to play against, but I mean, their whole hand is 3 mana, so I guess I'll just take this. Oh boy. Come on, opponent. You can do it. There you go. Let's look for a land. I guess a tome. Yeah. Maybe I could have just went for a mono black source. I don't really have that much green in my deck. No reason to take damage. Alright, that was a really, really good draw from them. No reason. Actually, I should take this time to name something that's a serious issue, like Muxus. This is the green-red version, which has that, like, legendary discount nonsense, but I think I'm just going to name Muxus because an explosive turn out of nowhere killing me is probably the most difficult thing to deal with. There's only one Muxus, huh? Goblin Influx Array. And it's a random goblin. Okay, they have one Cranko, a bunch of these. Arc. Yeah, this is it. And Archomancer was the card I was thinking of. Okie dokie. So there is still kind of a combo. They go that into... I can't remember the Goblin combo, but there is one. No black either. They usually run black for Slinging Lieutenant, which I haven't seen in a while. Another really, really good draw from them. Okay. Another really good draw. Okay. Yep. Does that just win the game? Well, maybe this just wins the game? I don't really see much of a reason not to swing, so I'll swing. Alright, Shieldred. It's all up to you. Seeking is not drawing, unfortunately. Skirk Prospector. Okay. I'm probably going to have to kill the Prospector immediately. Oh, I guess they drafted that, huh? Alright. Sure, sure. They found another one off the top? Oh my god. Alright, so I guess I'm shutting down... I really should kill both of these, actually, but I'm going to kill this one because it's the one that can draw cards, I guess. And they have a second Prospector now, so that's kind of out of the window. Ulis, what up? What up? Welcome. Just playing some best of one. I doubt they're going to block, so I'm just going to swing. I wonder if they play Krenko. It's their only copy of Krenko. They do. Okay. Instigator, we don't really care about. Actually, you know what? With this board, I'm going to just kill this now, so they only have 3 mana instead of a bajillion. They can't. Well, I mean, they have to spend 1 red on this card, I should say. And the Krenko doesn't have haste. Alright. That's fine. We get to sweep the board. They have to block with Krenko, and then they probably just lose. Oh, this makes it so it's a trade, so I guess I'm not swinging with Krenko? Or swinging with Shieldred? Yeah, I guess I can't now, huh? Let's see, if I do... They can make a bunch of goblins, but I don't see a way for them to actually win. So I'll just sit here and put them to 2. And then this is their last turn to do anything. Whereas if I do swing and trade, they have more time. And their current situation doesn't allow them to win. 1, 2... They have more Skirk Prospect. I think Skirk Prospector is the only issue. Yeah, Historic is super swingy. No, I think every format has its swingy moments, though. I don't think that's just Historic, really. Oh, they might not have any more. I guess there's no more Prospectors. If you're playing Revels, there's not really a reason to run 4, because you're always gonna get the the remaining ones or whatever. Yeah, it looks like we just won. I can kill them with Sign in Blood. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, sign here, please. So, yeah, sign right there. Just right there, please. Sign. Oh, that's great. Oh, Sign in Blood. How I love the... What a card. Okay, so that was a game when we actually won with 4 lands. It required 2 sweepers. The more games I play, the more I want to take out the expensive stuff because we never seem to get to it. We're also not like really ramping, so it is kind of hard to get to these cards. So maybe I can drop them for more efficient early game. I could go up a Maelstrom Pulse too. I am willing to craft it with my final rare. I don't really spend my wild cards that much. I only really play 9 lives. Solemnity when I'm playing like offline. Or, well, playing, not streaming. A Karn is nice. Shieldred was really good that game, that's for sure. It was really good. Basically won the game. Don't know if I want another one. Maybe just another Heartless Act for now. Could do a Mastermind's Acquisition, but at that point it might as well just be Karn. Or a Languish. No, I don't want a Languish. We have so many Languishes. And Standard Meta is less swingy. Ah, okay. It was actually more than a shock, because Shieldred would have made them lose another 4. I'll go up a Shieldred. Shieldred always feels good, especially how it can sit in play after I play my sweeper. This feels really sketch, though. Like, look at this list. How are we winning the game? It just doesn't feel like I have consistent answers to everything. I almost want to do a one of Ulamog. Just this, like, silver bullet. Because otherwise, the deck stops at 4 mana, and there's no reason to run 25 lands. I'm going to go down a... I think I'm going to go down a green source. Probably a forest. I could probably go down 2 forests. Because there's no double green. And without the Titan, there's no triple green. It makes my mana better, too. and go up a swamp. Yeah, I like that. Eldest Reborn. You know what? That is not a bad idea. I actually really like that idea. I love that card too, so any excuse to run it, I will take it. Alright, let's try an Eldest Reborn. Why did it say... Wait, what did I mess up? It said it was, Oh, whoops, I took out 2 lands and added 1 card. Okay. Another Eldest Reborn? No one saw anything. There's only one. What are you talking about? There's only one of those in there. There's also Phyrexian Scriptures, which is a sweeper that is a, like, delayed sweeper, which I really like. But there are so many artifact decks right now, artifact creature decks, that Phyrexian Scriptures, like, doesn't really work. It is main deck graveyard hate, though. It's, like, really slow, though. It's, like, really, really slow. But I do like me a good delayed sweeper. Alright. I like this hand a lot. No discard spell. There's 6 discard spells, and just, like, I feel like I'm not getting them consistently. I'm getting Into the North very consistently, though. Ooh, alright. This looks like a matchup I really like. I am not very scared of this card at all. It dies to the Ritual of Soot, so I don't really care. Unless they start playing Thalias and Spellbinder thing. Okay, well. Yep. I am going to kill Thalia. Even though it's a legendary that might have multiple copies, I just don't want to deal with that. Mutavolt's interesting. Hopefully it doesn't have Book of Exalted Deeds, because otherwise I don't have an answer. I took out my Casualties of War. Took out the old Casualties of War. Alright, sure. I'll take 4. It's better than them developing a creature. They did that anyways. Alright. That's an annoying one, but so be it. Alright. Hopefully they play something this turn and don't just leave up Recruitment Officer. Alright, they don't leave up Recruitment Officer. Thalia's Lieutenant. That puts a counter on Mutavault. Mutavault's going to be a little annoying, but I do have a Ritual of Soot and stuff. So, I mean, excuse me, I have a Shieldred as a blocker. But it does put me immediately to 3. I kind of want to assemble the team into a land, but... Alright, so that's good. We have an answer to kind of both of these, unless Shieldred dies, which I guess could happen. There are some cards that they could run to do that. I could trade with my own Layer of Hydra, but that doesn't make any sense when I have a Shieldred, right? Alright, please no removal spell from your mono-white creature deck. That's their draw for the turn, I think. Them firing up Mutavault makes me nervous, because there's no reason to do that if they're not killing me with it, right? You can't swing with it. Oh, alright. So they're going to make it a threat that I have to trade with, which probably makes sense. I think I agree with this, right? Yeah. And this makes it so that creature can't attack or block as long as you control this. So as long as this is in play, I don't die. But let's just play out another Shieldred. Actually, let's see what this finds. Ritual of Soot? That does sweep the board. This doesn't do anything crazy when it dies, right? No. Alright. We got the Manland out of the way, too. They need more mana to start pooping out 1/1s. Containment Priest. Oh, okay. Well, that gets around Eldest Reborn. Fortunately, that's not what we're on, but... We have a chump blocker in the lair right now. So we have 2 blockers. Otherwise, we would be dead. It's been a while. Yes, it has. I'd say a couple days at least. It's been a couple days. Maybe. Just a couple days there. Alright, so they are making me do this. Yep. It makes sense to keep the layer around, so I block like this. They probably shouldn't sacrifice the body. Well, it depends which tutu they want to, or which creature they want to keep up. But this means my layer doesn't die, which is why I blocked in that order. All right, I've gained some life and I have gotten rid of one of their threats. They have to basically get rid of Thalia. It's not really doing anything anyways. But if they get rid of Containment Priest, the last part of Reborn does something. Wow, okay. What? Oh, okay. A little bit of a misclick there. All right, another bodyguard, but we're gaining life now. Um, there's no reason to play into the north. I'd rather leave up Lair and Heartless Act, like Lair as a blocker and Heartless Act as a removal spell, than just in my deck of a land that doesn't do anything. They found another Mutavault, which I think is fine. Don't read Eldest Reborn. What are you doing? It literally has no text on it. What are you doing? Get out of here. Eldest Reborn was a good idea. That was a pretty good idea, huh? All right, let's take Extraction because it has life gain. And I don't really care about bodyguarding my Shieldred. I don't think that's terribly relevant. Now that I have another creature, I will just play this. No biggie, right? And no attack still. They have 5 more turns. Draw land, please. Adeline. That is a problem. I will kill that before combat because I don't even want so much as the 1/1. Adeline is a really good card. It's probably the best card in their deck. That was a really good draw, even through a Thalia. Ritual Slit's not really good here. I can name Adeline with Necromentia. I can also just hit them for how much with a Sign in Blood? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough. Not enough. I will just take it for myself, though, because it gains me a bunch of life. And I think just amassing cards is better when there's no specific card that I think is any good in the situation. Found a Maelstrom Pulse anyways. The life totals have been swapped. 4 life turns, yeah. Swings pretty good, huh? They just top decked another Adeline, of course. Best card in their deck 2 times in a row. It can't incentivize an attack till next turn, but we have an answer for it. Now we have 2. Get the last swamp out of my deck? Nah. I'll concede if I draw the last swamp, though. I'm going to leave up the lair. Alright, so now they can make 1/1s. And I'm still not willing to do anything irrational. They are dead to the last copy of Sign in Blood. Sign here, please. On the dotted line, sign here. Sign right here, please. Thank you. Oh man. Oh, Shieldred Sign in Blood. I didn't even think of that as a thing to like kill people, and it's happened twice. Oh man, that's great. Oh, that's so great. I love it. Oh yes. Oh yes. All right, that's good. All right, doing it again. That makes me happy. Yeah, they could draw instant speed life gain. You're right. They could draw their revitalizes, But Revitalize makes them lose life again because Shieldred and they draw a card and they're back to square one. So I don't even know. I don't even know how true that actually might. I don't know how true that is. It might still just die. No, wait. Revitalize gains 3, so I guess they'd go to 1 in that case. All right, so another graveyard deck. I'm really looking. Maybe we can run Chain, whatever it's called. The Unchained Exile card thing. Exile card draw or exile card gain 3 life. This is making me nervous. Otherworldly Gaze. Okay, so some sort of Ox deck, but I expect Creeping Chills. Narcomoebas, yep. Everything that they play dies to Ritualistic, though. That was a good draw, in my humble onions. Yep, there are Creeping Chills. I guess I'll take it, because why not? And, let's just get a land here. I'm not going to ever channel this against this deck. Alright, they milled over one of the zombies, but I think they have to gain life, right? Which means Creeping Chill has to smack me in the face. They need a red source to cast this Ox. Oh, they have a red source. Never mind. They got a red source. That finds me some graveyard shenanigans. Actually, this might just win the game, because I have a cage they might not have an answer to. Wait, there you are. Yep. Whoop. I think this is better than Tormod's Crypt. Card doesn't die either, but I'm not really interested in trying to go out of my way to protect it anyways. They can copy spells from the graveyard because it doesn't cast it from the graveyard. I believe that's how this works. No, it's not how it works. How does this work? Huh. They couldn't cast that Faithless Looting. I don't know why. Maybe they just didn't want to? I don't know. I am a bit confuzzled. Let's see what's on the top. I could just kill this Amalgam. They have no way to get it back. And I could kill a Narcomoeba. Again, no way to get it back. And then Karn doesn't die. But Karn's sitting alive isn't terribly relevant. Maybe I could have just held on to this to kill something scarier. It probably doesn't matter, though. Still going to cast Eldritch Reborn. Respect Spell Pierce. It's not like playing lands does anything. I do have my lair, so I can start the lair beatdown eventually. They do mill Stitcher Supplier. I guess for Creeping Chill specifically? They do not hit it, though. Otherworldly Gaze, yep. They copy it totally. Yeah, it should have worked. It should have worked there. This Narcomoeba does not come back. Alright, this just draw 2 discards too, but they can't interact with the cards they discard because of the cage. Yep, they got nothing to discard. Do I start the layer beatdown? I don't think so. I think I can wait a little bit longer. We're under literally 0 pressure. Well, I guess I can do it right now and hit them for 4. Yeah. I think that's fine. I'll hold on to the ritual until I see another creature. They do have 3/3s. Okay, so maybe it works this time, right? I don't know why it didn't last time. Yeah, okay, it worked this time. Maybe it was a color thing. Oh, you have to cast it with mana. It's not a free. It's not free. Okay, my opponent gave up. There you go. Probably should have gave up a while ago. I don't know what they could have drawn. I guess it wasn't free, and they didn't have the mana for the Faithless Looting. I'm not too sure. No, but Faithless Looting would have cost 1 mana because you're not flashing it back. Maybe there's like a bug. No, but this has flashback and it worked too with that flashback spell. So I'm not actually sure. Interesting they had Jace. If they hit Jace and played it, it could have milled me. I didn't have too many answers to it, but I did have Pithing Needle in the sideboard. I'd have to Ritual Slit the 1/1 so I could -2 Karn. But other than that, a top deck Ox could have maybe done something. They had the mana for it. They can still cast Creeping Chills out of their hand. There was 3 in the deck still. Oh, no, there's 2. Yeah, Grafdigger's Cage. Let's go. There is one thing to be said about the graveyard strategies. In best of 3, they like try to win game 1 and then hope they win another one, like one of the sideboard games. But there is a lot of very good answers to graveyard decks in sideboards. So it is way less common. This hand makes me happy. Kind of. This is a weird hand, because I can't play a turn 1 untapped Black Source. Unless I want to forego green for a while. Maybe I can. I do have a Sign in Blood. That seems a little risky, but you know what? All gas. No brakes. Hey, we hit the Mana Dork. I guess it paid off. This is green-white angels. Look at the top 7. X artifacts. So it's like a weird white collected company. So for 4 mana you get 1 card. And for 5 you get 2, so on and so forth, up to 10 mana for 7. Okay. Yeah, Maelstrom Pulse also answers it. You're right. I don't even feel like I have to Thoughtseize next turn. I guess I can take this, but the mana only gets spent on angels, and they don't have any angels in their hand. This is double white, and the rest of their hand is not great. Oh, look at that. I guess apparently a turn 1 Thoughtseize just won the game, or Inquisition. Opponent doesn't even want to play the game now. Yep, people don't know how to play the game without their cantrips. Oh, we drew a great source. Without their mana dorks, they short circuit. Cool. Never didn't have it. I guess we just kick back now. Kick back. Revel in our victory. That was a turn 1 discard spell and a mana dork. I love Assemble the Team. I love this card so much. Oh man. It's so funny how Demonic Tutor is banned. I find that so funny. Like, yeah, Demonic Tutor, you can't play that. But if you want to play Demonic Tutor, you can play that. You want to play Demonic Tutor, you can. You just have to splash green. It's impossible. No one will ever do that in their mono black deck for Assemble the Team. Rip Buffalo 420, yeah, I guess so. Oh, it hasn't timed them out yet. That's weird. Should I just sauce them with the Sign in Blood? No, that's toxic. Let's just I don't even know what to I mean, there's nothing to discard here. It doesn't matter. I guess I could take an Eldritch Reborn. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? It usually times them out once they rope out twice. That's weird. It doesn't like auto discard and stuff. Avacyn's Pilgrim, huh? One of the very few mana dorks I've ever played on paper is Avacyn's Pilgrim. I think this was in my original Fungus deck as like my only white source. other than I think a Orzhov Ballist was it Ballots? Not Ballistica. The black white bounce land. When my fungus deck was like this Orzhov Obzon abomination thing. And this is the only mana dork I had. I like that. I think it's a really cool mana dork. It's really good. It's a human too. It's like it's kind of cool. It's not an elf. It's weird because Noble Hierarch is like better in every way, and they still decided to print this. I mean, that doesn't really. There's no correlation, but it's just funny observations. Like, oh, you want to play Avacyn's Pilgrim? Nah, we have Noble Hierarch. Like, oh yeah, my bad. That's right, I forgot that card. That card exists. It is cool to see a mana dork that doesn't tap for the color required to cast it. I always like that kind of thing. Like that goth chick elf Lenoir the no elf of the black something. I don't know. It's a green and it taps for black, and I think you take a damage when it taps. Oh yeah, Birds of Paradise too. Yeah, Birds of Paradise. Imagine Birds was a 1/1. Imagine the massive ripple effect of Birds being a 1/1 flyer and just killing people out of nowhere. Because no one has an answer to it if you don't need the mana. Alright, this looks like that kind of combo deck where we just need Karn. So I guess I'll slow them down. I could take the Forge, but I'd rather just try to slow them down. I'm going to thin my deck with Into the North before I go for a Karn off of Assemble the Legion. I really need to hit Karn. Karn wins the game instantly. Just play a food, no mana rock? Good, 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 good. Good, yes, very good. Karn. Hey! Alright, so now we can disrupt them too, which is also a very good draw. Let's take the Anvil. And then they scoop right when we play Karn. Oh look, it's my favorite land. I love this land. I love it. Such a cool land. Such a cool land. Oh man, look at that Mind Stone. Oh man, look at this layer. Oh man, look at this GG's. I'm going to take Cage because it stops the Forge. Come on, opponent. Come on now. Oh boy. Just ruining people's day, I guess. I guess I'm just a toxic content creator, huh? Oh, goody. I gotta get some editing skills to move on. Because I guess my opponents can't move on, so I gotta move on YouTube. I don't know. People just can't handle it. Ah, the game wasn't even over. You could still cast your artifacts off the top. I can't stop it until I resolve this. What if it was a bunch of 0 mana spells? No, we can't find out, huh? How much you want to bet they just threw their phone? They like saw Karn resolve and they just threw their phone across the room. And then I inadvertently caused like a domestic case because they took it out on like a relative they live with. So I'm actually, at the end of the day, I'm actually a wife beater through proxy. It's pretty deep in the rabbit hole, but that's where my imagination takes me. And I've got nothing else to say. Oh, I love how I love how I'm able to like revel in my victory for like an extended period of time. I love it. It makes me happy. All right, let's play this. Let's play the Stone Brain. I could name the Ether whatever, but I think I'm going to name Karn. No Karns? They had an answer too. They have a main deck answer, Meteor Golem. I was saying Ether Flux Reservoir was a card I was gonna name, but I guess I don't have to now. There's no cards in here. Wow. Two Meteor Golems. That is really, really weird. Huh. My opponent was not actually out of this game. They could have found a reservoir and started chaining a bunch of artifacts off the top. I haven't displayed any pressure, so... Well, I guess we'll never find out. Yeah, I'm a home wrecker. Oh boy, that's a spicy term though. Can't use that one. This is a children-friendly stream. At least until I start swearing like crazy, which I've done a good habit of not swearing. That's always nice, right? That's a plus. That's at least a 5% increase in viewership, right? At least. Though I think the average Magic player is probably, uh, of the age to handle the no-no words. Oh, look at that. We won. Oh, man. Look at all these dead cards, too. My opponent never knew how dead her hand was. All this removal that doesn't do anything. Oh, good old Karn. No, that wasn't even Karn, dude. That was Demonic Tutor. That was just Demonic Tutor doing Demonic Tutor things. I was hoping I'd bump into that matchup at least once. Alright. I like being into the north hand. Oh no, it's mill. Oh no. Oh, it looks like a cantrip. Maybe Oct? Nope, it's mono blue tempo. Do they have the curiosity effect? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Interesting. That's a good draw, but so is Into the North. I think I'm going to take a turn off to play this. I don't really care if it gets countered. I'd be kind of surprised if it did. Okay, it's actually mono blue spirits. Okay, I see. I'd like 5 lands in play to Thoughtseize through Spell Pierce before I go for it. Faceless Haven is a spirit. I haven't played against a mono blue devotion deck in a while. Or not devotion, whatever it's called. Alright, let's actually let's play our land first and then Thoughtseize. I have to pay 4? Well, I can't do that. But I can kill all their stuff. I should use the sorcery speed removal now. Probably a good idea. This doesn't put counters on itself until the very end. Okay, well, I really hope that last card is not a counter spell. If it is, and it is this one, I can play around it by shocking myself, as much as I don't want to, but alright. Don't be Spell Pierce. Cool. Alright. We're in a very good situation right now. Subject to change. I'm going to Thoughtseize them. Oh, wow. Okay, look at that. I can tutor up a removal, or a land for a removal spell, but I think I'll just hold on to the tutor and just kill this. Actually, maybe I don't have to. Maybe I can just take some time off here. I don't know what I'm looking for. Eldest Reborn isn't bad. Shieldred's also really good against their curiosity effects. They have no answer to it. Alright, fine. But I would like to cast both of these. This Faceless Haven almost kills me, but this stone walls it. And then we take 5, go down to 3, and then a curious whatever doesn't kill us immediately. So I'll just play this, and then hope they don't draw anything crazy. My phone went off. Looks like it's just Uber Eats telling me there's food that I can buy, which I... Okay. Alright, that's... Yep, we're dead. Wow. That's unbelievable. That's probably the only card in their entire deck that kills us. Wow. Really? That wouldn't have done it. No. This wouldn't have done it. All of their counter spells. Nope, nope. Wow, that was the only card in their whole deck that kills us. Wow. That's so stupid. Whatever. Can't win them all. It would have been cool to win that game. I know Mono Blue Devote. I keep calling it Devotion because of the standard deck. That was Mono Blue Devotion, but Mono Blue Tempo was like the bane of my existence when I played standard because I always played control decks and they just spell pierced all my answers and I just cried. But guess I still can't beat it. Silly me. What a top deck. Wow. That's crazy. Another Into the North hand, huh? This card just loves me. Don't be goblins? What? Some kind of Burgee combo with Urabrask. Alright, don't really care about Urabrask. Can't say I've ever played against it, though. It requires a lot of things to do stuff. It's basically more Burgees, kind of. But just, like, worse. This deck does draw cards, which means Shieldred is really, really good. Whenever they cast an instant or sorcery, I take one and they add red. And then they exile this and flip it into all this. Alright, can you beat Shieldred? I don't think they can. They can't kill it, and they have to draw less than 9 cards. I don't have an answer to Urabrask, though. I'm probably not going to swing. Trading 4 might be worth it. Okay, that was a huge draw. That kind of just eliminates all my questions. Actually, there's no reason to... They're not going to block anyways. It doesn't matter. Alright, now they can only draw 6 cards. Or 5. They can't. Yep. Nice. That was cool. Urabrask, huh? That was the first time I've seen that. It makes treasures, it deals some damage, and then it they can cast spells out of the graveyard, and then it flips back into this. But I don't know if they ever flip it. They probably never flip it, right? They just want to keep this add red, deal 1 effect around. Yeah, that's probably all they do. It's kind of weird. It's cool to see, though, I guess. I love the wide range of decks we're playing against. I really like the state of Historic. I think it's a really good format, especially if you don't want to play Magic Online and play Modern or whatever. Although Modern is a really, really cool format, too. Honestly, it's like the widest range of decks in Modern in a long, long time. Probably the first time ever in the history of Modern has there been like more than 20 decks, right? Like there's so many things you can do. And very different versions of those decks as well. As, you know, crazy as MH2 was, it's still, you know, like just set the pace and it's just been sitting there. It's in a really cool state. Yeah, Historic is super open. It really is. As even best of one, like super open. It's not just like lol scam you Minion of the Mighty decks. There's a ton of different things going. We haven't even played against Minion of the Mighty again, mostly just non-ranked because you just want to get your 4 wins in and it might just have like a 50% win rate where you either win instantly or lose and move on to the next game. So if you just don't want to spend a bunch of time playing the game, it's definitely a card or a deck to run. But in ranked, it doesn't seem to exist at all. Looks like there's a play with fire, or it could be a spike field hazard, but most likely play with fire. I don't know why they're pausing. I highly doubt they're going to cast it. It is a spike field hazard. Oh, I'm so smart. Alright, well, I'm going to take their Dreadhorde Arcanist so I don't lose the game. And I need Karn to deal with Kroxa at some point, or just blow it up over and over till they can't do it again. I guess. Opponent's still roping out. Don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Do they play Kroxa? Yep. What do we get rid of here? Probably one of our Ritual of Soots. This doesn't look like a go wide deck, and they also don't have anything I'm going to take anyways. Or take out with it. Not take. I don't claim the souls of things. Molten Impact. 4 damage, and then excess is put onto the next spell. Sure. Alright, Karn, where are you? You're not Karn. Yeah, as long as you play Fury or Solitude, you can play anything in Modern. Okay. Did we end up taking out a land? I don't think we did. Every time I have like more lands than I want, I'm like, man, I should really take a land out of my deck. Okay, Fatal Push doesn't die to either card in their hand unless they have a sack outlet or something to trigger this, and there's nothing I can do to stop that if they find it. So I'm just going to play Shieldred and just pass. They're holding priority because they have the ability to push it, but it won't kill it. Looks like they have a kill spell, though, which would be kind of interesting. That's a lot of removal spells for a black-red deck that has, like, these. But it looks like they do have a way to kill this. Double Burn does it, but they already played the Spike Field hazard. Oh, I guess it was nothing? Another Kroxa also kills it. Alright, so they found another red source. Red damage spell. Strangle. Okay, that's a ton of removal. Which I guess means I'm not terribly afraid of really anything. I'm also kind of happy to see Thoughtseize because it makes my Castle Lockbane better. Oh, cool. Look at that. Oh no, you're young Pyromancer. Whatever will you do now? I'm not going to activate this now. So they get Kroxa back and then we kill it. They can't get back, they can't activate Bugbear because I'll just kill it. Alright, no cards in hand. And let's see what this finds me. Crap. Alright. That doesn't work. Yep. I mean, I don't think I want to not do anything, so... We're almost dead to this Bugbear. Okie dokie. Hopefully they didn't find a Thoughtseize. Although I guess that means they're not activating their card. I can't let them tap it first. I don't want to take the damage, so... Let's take 2. Hey, another Shieldred. Maybe they don't have double burn this time. It looks like they have a land? Yeah, there's no other way for the game to pause here. You don't know how you feel about the elementals? They don't hurt deck diversity too much, but they do go in every deck. There is a kind of sketchy thing about too many free spells in a format, right? Force of Negation now, all of the pitch elementals. There's a lot of free stuff going on. Even the shoals, the white shoal, blinding shoal is seeing play now. It's starting to get kind of crazy, but it is what it is, I suppose. We'll see where it goes. That doesn't get back anything, and when it does, they actually lose access to it, whatever they get back. So if I ever let this Dreadhorde Arcanist die, I lose Shieldred. That could be an issue. So we are a bit of an impasse. In fact, it's so much... Well, no, because I can't really lose the Shieldred when they have Den of the Bugbear. Well, no, I don't know. I think I'm dead no matter what I do. Here, I think I'm always screwed now. They just trigger... They trigger Revolt no matter what happens, and I'm screwed. Oh, maybe not, because they don't have a black... They don't have any black mana untapped now. So maybe that's not true. And I don't really care about the Thoughtseize. So I guess I'm taking out the Den, and then I'm going to cast whatever's left in my hand. Which will probably be the Eldritch Reborn. They're not going to leave me with the Ritual to Soot. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, I block here, and then that dies. But they don't have black mana for push. And I can go down to 1, and I probably... No, wait, no. I just gained the life right back because of Shieldred. Never mind. Okay, let's play this. Let's get rid of Fable the Mirror Breaker, because they have 2 of those. I guess I am running this out. I don't think I have a choice. And then what happens? Nothing? Alright, so we're just at an impasse where I don't block. I could have left them with the Fable, and then like if they ever loot it with the Fable, they would have died because of Shieldred. But they don't have a 1-mana spell that does anything, so I'm just going to put them on a 1-turn clock. They have to kill either Shieldred or me this turn, and they have no burn spells that go face. That doesn't do it. We won. Wow. Crazy game. Crazy game. Really cool. They push their own Oh, no, there's empty push here. Yeah. Haha. Yes. Haha. Yes. That was a good game. That was a really cool game. Black Red. They got Kroxa back. We never found Karn for Graveyard Hate. We've done pretty well to not die to Graveyard nonsense. We also beat 2 manlands, which is crazy. Probably the best manland in Magic. We had timely discard spells. I guess so that they did as well. Yeah, double Kroxa, that was cool. Kroxa is not super scary, right? It is just life loss, and as long as you can lose the life and not die, it's not too big of a deal. Obviously a 6/6 is kind of crazy, but it just coming back and me having to kill it isn't really as bad as if this was an Uro, which would be crazy, right? It'd be much, much different. But Uro, fortunately, is not allowed in this format. A Fable. Yeah, this is basically just the black-red deck that you see kind of in Modern. It doesn't run Arcanist, but it's just basically just black-red value town. They might even have Shieldreds in there. Not Shieldred. Oh, yes, actually, they might have Shieldred, but I'm thinking of Liliana of the Veil. Because discarding some of your own cards is not a big deal when you have Arcanist and Kroxa, so probably Liliana of the Veil's in there. If they did find one, we'd be in a bit of a pickle. But yeah, Shieldred coming in hot. What's cool is with the Lockbane and even Phyrexian Arena, Shieldred just undoes it, which is really cool. I might even want to add another castle. Shieldred just coming in hot. Let's play a couple more games. These 2-hour-long marathons posted on YouTube's been a slog, so if I can cut it down by a little bit, it'd be nice, right? The click-through rate of a YouTube video is not very long anyways, so... Yeah, I think it's basically free to run another Lockmane. I almost want to drop this Chasm. There's no double green, and we always have the green off of this if we're going to cast it. I mean, it could be the green to cast this. But we have 6 1 mana discard. And 4 1 mana removal. Doesn't play nicely with this. Yeah, let's drop this. I don't have another pathway. Or another glade, but that doesn't help me early. Another swamp, maybe? Is there another kind of black-green land? There is Blooming Marsh. I really do not like fast lands. I really don't like them. It does not help me with any of my 4s or my 5s. Really not a fan of those cards. I think they're probably my least favorite heavily played. But I do own 4. I mean, I don't know. I own one. I own one, I should say. That's how much I'm running. All right, I'll throw one in for now. It's not the end of the world, but optimizing your mana base is certainly something to pay attention to, even in a 2-color deck. It's been a very long time since I've played a monocolored deck. It's been like a really long time. Yeah, moral of the story, Shieldred is busted. Shieldred is good. I don't know if it's busted, but it is good. I never play against it. Never see people play it, so I don't know how, truly over the top it is. I kind of want to do a turn 1 discard spell here. Because if I'm not turn 1 discarding, I'm not turn 2 discarding because I'm going to assemble the team, so let's do that. Alright, it's this deck. Good to take the Spirit Dancer. No Luris. Very odd. No Luris. It is a Spell Pierce deck, though. That's usually the case with the Spirit Dancers, though. Alright. Not terribly scared of this. It will wind up being too big eventually, though. I don't really want to draw them cards, like, at all. But I might not have a choice. Esper Sentinel. Esper Sentinel is probably busted. Esper Sentinel's probably busted. Yeah, I think I lose here. I think we're screwed. I don't really want to cast anything. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing victory on the horizon here. Okay, they draw 2 when I go to kill that, but I don't have a choice. Oh no, they have a Spell Pierce. They have a Spell Pierce up. Oh, come on. Alright. Nope. Double Esper Sentinel, I'm not gonna... I mean, literally Divination every time I cast a spell, I'm gonna lose. Esper Sentinel is very, very, very good. Even against, like, the most played decks, I think it's really, really good. That card is so good. I think it's the most expensive card in Historic, like, monetarily. It has a lot of play in a lot of decks. Even Commander. Yeah, bad beats for sure. Hey, Phoenix Chick, look at that. Chirp, chirp. Alright. I have triple discard, but let's just get this. Get a swamp. Whoa, what? What? What the? Okay. I hate how red has the until the end of your next turn instead of the end of your turn now. Like, all their red stuff is just way better than it used to be. Did we just triple discard here? I don't know what to name with this. I could name Phoenix Chick, but it's not dead. I truly have no idea what's going on, so let's just triple thought or double Thoughtseize. Reckless Impulse is a problem. Anything that draws a card, I'm going to get rid of. I misclicked and I clicked the wrong one. I wanted to take the anger, not the play with fire. I mean, if play with fire scries to the bottom, then it would have been the same. Looks like just mono red value town. This would be good if I could play it. I think it's pretty important that this dies now. Unfortunate, but I should probably deal with that when I can. Good old Reckless Impulse into a ton of damage. Oh boy. Well, probably not casting this Thoughtseize. Although it does remove 1 damage and a card out of their hand. So maybe I don't have a choice. Let's just name Swift Spear. I don't think losing 2 is going to do anything. I'm just going to name a random haste threat that their deck has a bunch of. Oh, they have Squeeze. Ooh, cool. Yeah, we're not going to win this, I don't think. Missing land drop too. Again. They also have this, which is, this basically just kills us outright, actually. Yeah, alright, we're dead. We can move on. We can move on. Good beats. That's a cool deck. I've never seen a red deck looking like that before. They were high platinum. They're almost done with platinum. Are we high platinum? What platinum tier are we? Tier 2, right? Yeah, alright. We're just juggling up and down. We're not actually climbing. Though I think we are. I think I do have a positive win rate. Yeah, I think we do. Alright, let's call this the final boss. The final boss in here. Lady Puff. Oh, look at that Atraxa. Oh, I don't think I have this card back, but I really want it. Blue, black. Hopefully it's not mill. Alright, it's not mill. Okay, it's Grixis, so they have another discard, yep. And probably Nicol Bolas and stuff. And I'm very surprised to see a discard spell here. They must have more creatures than I think, if they're willing to do that, right? Like, look what they've taken. Cantrip? No. No removal spell. They missed a land drop, right? Okay. I kind of want to play this, but I also don't feel like I have to. If they're missing land drops, that means the first time they go to do something, it has to be like an onboard play now. Probably. Yeah, they just missed land drops. I wonder what kind of deck that was. Curious. Probably some kind of Grixis control deck that kept a 2-land hand because it had double discard. I would have saved the second discard spell, though, at least for a turn, until, they found out they didn't have another land to play. Kind of unfortunate for them. But yeah, Shieldred just closes the game out so incredibly fast at that point. Alright, I'll play one more. Play against someone who doesn't get mana screwed, maybe. Type in Mom if you want to see how to beat your opponents into oblivion with new cards. Do we have a dad set? Is there a DAD set? And if not, how come? Maybe it can be the next one. It'd be like Department of Defense. No, that's DOD. Department and Defense. Yeah, Dad. Department and departmentalize and defense. It'd be post Phyrexian invasion. My opponent's name is weird text. I didn't even know you could do that. Well, I'm keeping this. I've never seen text like this before. Mulligan, okay. Red, white, so equipment, yup. Refrain from shocking if I can. Let's take Kemba. I can't stop them from tutoring a hammer, but I can make it so the hammer doesn't cost 1 to equip. Alright, I am going to go get a land. I really want to get Shieldred into play. It does have Death Touch, which means it can block a 10-10 or an 11-11. Wait a minute. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. When it dies, I take that much. So no matter what I do to kill it, I'm dead. Oh, that's so dumb. I hate this deck. Oh, I hate this deck. Oh, I hate it. Interestingly, we had so many removals. Like, there was a lot of things I could have done to stop that, but nope, they just top decked in equipment. Or in equipping ability? I don't know if there's a term for that, is there? An attachment. I guess it would be attachment. So an attachment ability. Which there are, I think, Sigarda's Aid, and then the actual spell. I don't know. Everything lined up perfect for them. They tutored the hammer, they had a 1-drop, and then it was also the 1-drop that I couldn't kill because I take 13. If it was any other card, I'd be fine, but nope. Everything lines up nice for them. This hand feels amazing, but I cannot keep it. Okay, let's get rid of Eldest Reborn. Hope we find a green source. That last game was supposed to be my last game. Liliana of the Veil is a problem. But so is that Thoughtseize, because I really need this Sign in Blood. What is going on here? What? Okay, so Greasefang? I'm pretty good with my reads. I think this is Greasefang playing Chariot for some weird reason. Found the green source. Liliana of the Veil is probably just the end-all be-all, though I need a way to stop it. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Oh, maybe this will find it. A discard spell would be nice. Found that. I think we will take it. Oh, wow. My opponent's hand was... Oof. They could have played Liliana if they played the untapped land there. They had double black with the isolated chapel. Oh, look. It's Greasefang. Who would have guessed? Who would have done thought? Chariot doesn't immediately get around this, but I think I'm still dead to Chariot because it makes a bunch of 2/2s that I don't necessarily have an answer to. I could have, like, Necromencia'd it, but then I think land takes 6 doesn't sound ideal either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters either way. There's not much I can do here. They do end up shocking themselves. I wonder what that means. That means either they're firing this up or they have a card in hand that does something here. Please don't let it be good. Please. 'Tis but a lowly squire. I think that kills me. Block there. Not quite. Almost. It's cool to see Chariot, though. I like that. So I can kill the Chariot. I guess. I don't really have a choice, right? I could kill Informant, but... Because the Chariot goes to their hand, and then I can exile it with Necromentia. But then I go to 2. It probably doesn't really matter. 2 or 3, I don't think it matters. Let's just kill this. And then I go up to 4. I can sign in blood, but then I don't have an answer to the chariot. Uh, the chariot, notably, while in hand, does not have haste, but they have 2 more. I guess I basically have to name chariot with necromentia to survive. Otherwise, I just can't survive. Okay, I'm still dead to the board, though. So what I could do is kill Greasefang. So I put a stop here and I pass. Yeah, I pass and I kill Greasefang. This is not a legend. Oh, it is a legendary. Okay. I want to stop here so when they go to combat, I can kill Greasefang. Now, if everyone's super quiet, they might not realize I am dead on board. Who knows? Oh, this doesn't work because they're still in the main phase. Oh, they saw it. No. Beginning of combat. Yeah, there's no way to kill that. I'm just saying that for can't stay away because they can like still do this in their main, and I still lose. There was almost something there. Almost something there. That almost came together. If I could get the Necromentia out, I would have been somewhere. Um, Another matchup where Graveyard Hate would have been relevant. I've also noticed we haven't drawn Karn in like 5, 6 games. I haven't even seen Karn in my hand. I haven't drawn Karn at all. That's kind of crazy. Karn would have shut down the crew. It would have shut down the crew ability. So there would have been something there too, maybe. Could have found Pithing Needle to shut it down forever until they found Parhelion the second, or whatever, the better of the 2 vehicles. I will call it there, though. I might want to drop Grim Tutor. The 3s are a bit wonky when I'm trying to into the north into a 4. The Grim Tutor could be a Cosmos Elixir. Is there one in the sideboard? No, I took it out. The 4 mana, like, scry 2, gain 2 type thing. Plays nicely with Shieldred. And maybe just the assemble the team sign-in bloods are more than enough to find, everything I'm looking for. Yeah, I probably don't need this. It also loses 3 life that I don't get back from Shieldred. Could go up another Shieldred. It has been very useful. I really like it. The one of Necromentia does feel good. It hasn't really come up, though. The Eldest Reborns are weird. There are a lot of decks now that have tokens, and that's not really good with Eldest Reborn. But there are games where it can really beat your opponent up. More removal, maybe. The discard has been really good. Main deck Graveyard Hate is also an option. But one card in your deck that's main deck Graveyard Hate isn't great. What's the card I'm thinking of? Chain something. Leash, Unleash. What is it called? What's the text on Croxa? Escape. Yeah. Cling to Dust. Cling to Dust cycles. So there's something there. It gains you life, or it can cycle. It's also spammable, and it gives me something to do with my own graveyard. If I get Karn and I find Grafdigger's Cage, it turns this off. But if I got Cage, it's because I needed to turn off the graveyard anyways. So, there's that. I think I like Cling, maybe over the second Eldest Reborn. This is not super strong, but it's a very good, it's a feel-good card, right? Value City. There are a lot of decks that love to discard cards, though, and you could help them out. There's also the new... Whoops. That's not how you spell saga. The new saga, or the newer saga, Cruelty of Gix. 5 mana, it's black. You choose a card instead of making them discard whatever, but it's only creatures and planeswalkers, which we have plenty of answers to. I'd kind of prefer if it was non-creature, to be honest. It also is a Grim Tutor, and it reanimates anything. It doesn't have to be out of my graveyard. The only thing it could get from my graveyard is Shieldred anyways. So I think this is slightly better than Eldritch Reborn. Probably. It does have read ahead too, so I can skip one of these if I deem it necessary. It doesn't have any removal clause on it, but I think they're interchangeable. This one's an uncommon, so I guess I'll leave that in the deck for people who are willing to just copy and go and don't want another rare that they might not have ever heard of. But I do like the one of Cling to Dust. It, at the very least, can replace itself in your hand pretty fast, right? Or gain you life, or eat some sort of Croxa nonsense that you might not want to deal with. It can incur very slow value. I like it so much that you could probably drop the other Eldest Reborn for another one. Probably. It probably makes sense to do that too. Or maybe drop Eldest Reborn for another Karn. There's only two. Very seldom do you not run all four Karns. It's usually an all or nothing kind of card. Especially if your only way to access your sideboard, or in best of one, your wish board, your wish list, your Walmart wish list is Karn you want for. Or like a combination of this and Mastermind's acquisition. But for now, I think I really like this. This was super fun to play. Assemble the Team is just the most satisfying thing I've played in cast in a long time. So I don't think I'm done with this card yet, but I'm going to call it there. Let me know what you would and wouldn't play. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Karn always feels better than Masterminds. You're right.